That's the way it looks. A tiny little screen.
Try to get as close to,
Maybe go down. I'm gonna go down by the light post there.
How do I change that?
Yeah.
maybe there is a spotlight.
Yeah. Try and get in there.
Try to squeeze in.
Okay.
I see a
Thank
spot
you.
for you.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
They're all like this.
Alright, I'm holding the phone. Alright.
He's way over there. Yeah, look, he's gonna do all passing behind.
eyes off trying to find him.
He's coming back.
Here comes full speed.
Oh, high speed pass. Way more big yesterday, huh?
Nick, you want to go walking, see if we can find better spots? Shade? I'll be back unless you want to come with me.
Chama a gente, Matheus, parabéns.
creeping in from the distance.
Vai passar? Não, tô escutando. Nossa, que os cabelos caracoladinhos. Vou chegar e dar uma no botão. Não fazer nada. É, mas se assim vai também.
Você mostra.
Ah, não, ela tem o tempo dela. Tem o tempo dela, tá certo? Vai ter seu casamento, sua vida. Esse da vida casa.
Where? How? Why? But other planes. I know. But I'm just... You guys coming over after? Yeah, I have to grab all my stuff. Well, I think Caitlin will be home. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Parabéns é agora, ah, mas tem mais baixo.
I was just calling you. Are you running away?
Having fun.
Quanto você achava que a nossa já não teria condições de
Are you having fun?
I'm slightly hot, but it was pretty cool seeing the whole fight. It's okay.
I have all the water and everything in my backpack, right? Sorry, I'm just gonna take a photo of it.
I keep making the same mistake I see the red thinking is that
Where did Hannah go?
I went closer towards like that side, so I could hear the like announcer and everything.
Okay.
I'm on the boardwalk. It's just hard getting down there. But it looks like there's about the same space here.
Okay. I know.
We could try further that way by the train.
Let's try, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for checking out this trip today. Just checking out some planes here on the waterfront here in Toronto. A little bit of a tumble here. And he's going to regain himself and keep on going. If y'all like what y'all see, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button for more great content, CNE, and other events in the city. Trying not to lose him here in the sun. Looks like he shut off his engine, and here he comes down. No problem there, Ray. We're just here to spread the love and joy of the city.
朋友是学CNE那个，第三个驾驶，挂名就是那个驾驶。
Sometimes I just have to solve it. Yeah, no, there were two of you.
Also known as the Long Easy. It truly does look like a spaceship in the sky as he rolls the airplane upside down, then back to upright. This airplane flying through the sky backwards, literally. Though the Long Easy not capable of aggressive aerobatics, it more than makes up for it with its unique style and devastatingly good luck. Designed by Raptor, the Delta Wave Canard is highly efficient with an impressive range of 1,000 nautical miles. This airplane cruises at 175 knots or 201 miles per hour. It's powered by a Lycoming 200 horsepower engine. Weighs under 1,000 pounds. Being flown today by Kyle Fowler from Central Alberta, Canada. Got his start in air shows at the age of 12 when he began to announce for his dad, Ken Fowler, at air shows. There's a beautifully executed 4-point hesitation roll. Now Kyle's got to be very, very careful that he doesn't intrude into the airspace there at Billy Bishop, so he's going to crank it around. That beautifully executed half Cuban 8 turnaround. Let's see what he's going to do next. Purchased this airplane back in 2015. Kyle holds a commercial multi-IFR license and flies the Navajo for the company he works for. Topping out at 1,000 feet above the water in that beautifully executed arch stormer sloop. Kyle is currently a licensed automotive mechanic, which complements the Long Easy, as it is a home-built aircraft, and as such, Kyle performs all the maintenance on the airplane himself. Lots of airspeed coming out of that half Cuban 8 turnaround. Holds back on the stick, and up he goes. There's the quarter turn, looking at the bottom side of the airplane over the top. He'll do another quarter turn. And now he's flying away from us for just a moment here, using up every last inch of the airspace that we have here for us today. Here's another unique look at the Long Easy. Kyle gets turned around. He's going to perform for us next. The barrel roll. Just imagine a 45-gallon drum lying on its side. He's going to fly right around the inside of that drum. To thank his sponsors, Aerosport Power, for powering the Long Easy with that Lycoming IO360. Also like to thank Artcraft Paint for the amazing paint job that includes light-up paint. Also like to thank Innovative Work for all composites work done, as well as Caterpillar's SDS EFI and Ignition products and Lightspeed headsets.
Memory lane, I put my money down inside my tank. Don't ever wreck. We stay good like a fresh coat of paint. You be mine in the shine on the front porch light. Yeah, I might as well live there, baby. That's where I spend most of my time. Think about the sunset.
Kyle Fowler doing an outstanding job demonstrating the capabilities of the Long Easy. Use this great big wing arm to realign himself with our show line. Watch for a series of rolls down the show line. fiance mine doesn't want to be live on CBS.org. I love you, babe, and I love all of our kids. And, yeah, I got one more pass here, kid. Watching you do what you do so well, Kyle. Thank you so much, Ken. And one more big thank you to all the people who drove out today. Even if you weren't known, thank you for supporting the Canadian International Air Show. Thank you so much, Kyle. You have yourself a good flight back to the airport. Well done, my friend. All right, I'm looking for us, and I got one more pass. From right to left, it's the offside pass. All right, we'll be looking for that. Again, Kyle Fowler talking to us live from the cockpit of the beautiful Long Easy. Here he comes from the right. Folks, what did you think of Kyle Fowler in the Long Easy? It looks like such a tiny airplane. He flies that airplane all across North America, performing in air shows. He's flown in from the West Coast all the way to Oshkosh, Wisconsin. Doing such a great job inspiring people with his great performances. And he's going to head back to the Billy Bishop Airport, just talking with air traffic control out there, set up for his landing. Folks, the Toronto Air Show owes its success to the remarkable dedication of our 150 volunteers. On behalf of the board of directors and Lori Duffy, we extend our deepest gratitude for all your hard work and commitment. Your efforts are instrumental in making this event possible. Folks, if you see a volunteer in a red shirt, please take a moment to thank them for their invaluable contribution to maintaining this fantastic.
It's gonna be a long line. I've never been, but I always see the line. It's very long. I want to see the doctor.
Looks like a taxi delivery, right? Really? One of those combos.
Yeah, no kidding.
You'll see the overflow.
start in. And once those things start, plants will pick up. And cool. Flying it for you yesterday, and it is the best job ever.
Now, approximately what airspeed are they going right now as they scoop up the water?
They're doing about 75 knots right now across the water. They're just picking up. They don't settle in too deep. You can see they're already airborne. They're likely running about 45,000 pounds right now.
I gotta say, that's gotta put a particular amount of strain on the airframe itself, going from lightweight to heavyweight. Talk to us a little bit more about the design of the 415.
It is specifically and purposefully designed just to carry this water. The water tanks are situated right under the belly of the aircraft, and they center under the wing spar. This thing was euphemistically designed in about 1980s when they designed the CL-215. It was referred to as a boxcar with wings on it. It was just so tough. It was well built, designed, built in Canada, used all over Canada. This particular airplane, Ken, this year was in Churchill Falls, Labrador, fighting fires. I was with it there. And we just got back from Williams Lake, BC. So the crew's coming around right now. It looks like they're getting ready for their first drop. And one little push of the button, and in a second, it's all gone.
So as the water is, there it is, as the water is being, is exiting the aircraft, what are the pilots doing on the controls to maintain that level flight?
They let go of that water at about 100 feet and 105 miles an hour. The non-flying pilot, that's his role, to make sure that those speeds and altitudes are right. The flying pilot will let go of that water, and once he lets it go, he's checking forward. The non-flying pilots put more power on, and they're just going to roll right around into this. They'll do probably another pickup, and we'll get to see how fast this thing can move water into fire.
That's exactly right, and I'm looking as they crank it around. It's a big airplane with a great big wing out there, but it's amazing how sharp they can actually turn and get that airplane back on the water from altitude.
It's not anything that comes real fast. It's something that comes with a lot of experience, Ken, and we work really hard at training our people every year to make sure they are just top shelf people in doing their job. So they'll come back around again, and if you can imagine there was a fire out here right
Scoop
now,
up some water
they'd be
here.
already back in for their second round, and they've only been on the stage for about 3 minutes, so it doesn't take that long. It is great at doing exactly what it does.
And here in Lake Ontario area, I mean, we have wide open water, not a lot of obstacles except for the city, but we're staying far away from the city. That's not usually the typical kind of conditions that you're operating in, is it?
No, it isn't, Ken. We're operating up in the north of Ontario and anywhere else in Canada. Ontario's blessed with an awful lot of water. We've got water everywhere north of the French River, right up through and including James Bay and Hudson's Bay areas. We can fight fires just about anywhere. Usually we can get water within about a 5-minute pull, and a lot of times we can have water this close. A lot of success doing it. We're operating 9 of these aircraft, and along with the 5 water-bombing twin otters that we have, we look to protect Ontario from wildland fire risk for a long time to come.
Absolutely. And of course, the 415 is a really important aircraft in that mission of protecting our forests and the property around the forest. Now, as they come around to set up for their next water drop, are they actually dropping the water directly onto the fire, or what's the target and what's the plan with that?
The plan is always to fight the fire to slow it down. CL-415 will never put out a fire, but it will slow it down, stop it for the ground crews to be able to get in there and put this thing out. If nothing else, they're looking to raise the humidity of the fire and slow it down, get everything back to normal. Now we might just see them do a little bit of wave on the way by, Ken. They're going to extend for a moment while they do a couple of checks. Their next performance for the folks today is going to be to land, and this aircraft can land skillfully on the water. You'll get to see them maneuver it on the lake. They'll come back around. Maybe they'll even give us a wave.
And of course, the CL-415 is based on the CL-215, which was a piston-engined aircraft, but it's also a fine Canadian aircraft, or manufactured and designed aircraft. Do you want to tell us a little bit about the evolution of the airplane?
The aircraft was airplane, we were flying 9 of them as well. We morphed into the late 90s. We call them the 415s, but it is just a 215 with turbine engines in it, and it's done a great job for us. The airplane basically is the same except for the winglets that you can see, small addition to the tail, and those low turbine engines. Those Pratt Whitney 120s, they're an amazing piece of equipment.
Look at this. It looks like they're just almost floating on top of the water as they crank around.
Yeah, it's a great day for flying today with that wind. This thing just loves it. It's slow. It does a great job. And Chris is just bringing it to a stop here now. And we'll be able to see what this thing really looks like.
And it really has just literally turned into a boat now, hasn't it?
It is. It is just a boat. They're just going to spin this thing around. We don't have anything like a tiller or a rudder on it, but we do have 2 fully reversing engines. So simply by forward on one, reverse on the other, Chris is just going to spin this thing around. He's just going to go come around and sail.
I would imagine they're on the rudder pedals the entire time, just like a tail dragger aircraft when you're out of water.
Absolutely. You're on the rudder thinking it might make a difference.
I'm just looking at the live stream feed, and what a dramatic picture of the CL415 as it turns around there. Beautiful airplane.
I get a charge out of looking at it like this. As I was reminded last night by our AME support staff, we are with our AME Maxim Kapela Polsha. He's back at Pearson waiting for this. He thinks it's sinking all the time. And it's just because the engines are so high. As you advance the power on those engines, it's always improved with it. But yeah, it's a phenomenal airplane. It can overnight on the water if it really wants to. And it's great. It's purpose-built. It's not the most comfortable thing if you're not sitting in one of the pilots, but it's great.
Of course, we're seeing a single ship demonstration quite often when you're on a fire mission, at least what I've seen on YouTube of operations in the 415. You're often working with multiple aircraft, aren't you not?
All the time. And we're always in at least 2, often 3. Most recent path would have been in the early 2000s when we had a fire in Temagami, Ontario. And we actually had all 9 of our aircraft on that fire that day just to protect the town. It worked. They did a phenomenal job.
So say I'm enjoying a nice Sunday afternoon in my boat out on the lake, and I suddenly see a bright orange plane and I recognize it as a 415. What can I do to help while I'm enjoying that Sunday afternoon?
Thanks for that, Ken. The best thing you can do is please enjoy the show. They're going to put on a show, but do it from the shore. Get over to the side. They really appreciate your interest, but they would really appreciate you being out of the way. So there you go. That's 100% torque on it now. They're up, and I would say they're gone.
The 415, an amphibious aircraft that can also land on the ground as well, correct?
Absolutely. Those wheels will poke out the side. You can see them there. The nose wheel will come down, and they'll have to sit there and just wait for the next mission.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to just, that airplane was in Labrador this year with me. I also just got back from Williams Lake, BC, where we supported British Columbia and their forest fire efforts. And I guess 5 days ago now, it was fighting fires. It's terrific.
I gotta say, it's got the classic lines of a 1930s era twin-engine amphibious airplane. I mean, what about a design that works? And once you find that design that works, you just keep making it work for forever.
You don't change anything like that. De Havilland now, which is the name of the parent company, is looking to build 515s. And I think the world is more than ready for them. So I think they'll be around for a long time, helping us protect from wildland fire.
Well, thank you very much, Bill, for joining me up here on the announcer's stick to tell us a little bit more about this remarkable aircraft. If they want to learn a little bit more about what the Aviation Force Emergency Services branch does, where should they go?
Just look up Ontario MNR, the AAFES website. We've got all our information on there for everyone.
All right, let's have a big round of applause for Bill and his entire team and demonstrating that incredible plane known as the CL415. there? You having a time? Right on. This would be a good opportunity for you as we have a quick transition from performer to performer to put on that sunscreen, have a little refreshment, get back to your seats because next is going to be a CH-146 Griffin helicopter demonstration for your Royal Canadian Air Force.
Sorry, y'all. Just a little water break here.
Air Force Foundation works to recognize, foster, and celebrate the RCAF by sharing stories of its 100-year history while highlighting the future of Canadian aviation and aerospace.
I think it actually marks the line. I think that's what I heard. It's spraying up water. Best example of it. Water bottle. Sorry about that, y'all. Gotta stay hydrated.
That's the Raptor. Top fire, water bomber capable.
Got a decent crowd here forming up. People enjoying the show. Refreshing. Did you see that? Water bomber. Yeah. They look pretty heavy. They look quite slow, but that's the whole idea. Easier to aim. So right now, I think we're going through a little bit of an intermission as we get the next plane ready. Just bear with me, folks, as we take in some scenes of Lake Ontario, one of the 5 Great Lakes here in Canada. Got a little Harley boy over here. Good old boys. Little fire truck over here. Not sure what's going on. Not a good thing when you see the fire trucks. There we go with the chopper. I think we're going to do a little bit of rescue here.
There's a good look at your Royal Canadian Air Force CH-146 Griffin helicopter. Folks, in Canada, the provision of aeronautical and marine search and rescue services is supported by the Canadian Armed Forces and the Canadian Coast Guard. Every year, these two federal organizations respond to more than 12,000 cases around the country to help Canadians in need. Now, folks, we're going to get a little demonstration of what your Canadian Forces and Royal Canadian Air Force personnel do on a search and rescue mission. Obviously, we're enjoying a beautiful day here in Toronto. Oftentimes, these missions happen when it's dark, stormy, over the lake, when the waves are high. Visibility is down to 0. That's more likely the kinds of conditions that our search and rescue teams operate in. We're just going to imagine, if you will, that a boat out there has got itself into trouble, and the fine folks of 424 Transport and Rescue Squadron, based out of Trenton, Ontario, are here for the rescue. Watch the side of the helicopter because the first of our SAR techs is sitting just on the cargo door threshold there, and in a minute you're going to see this SAR tech diver jump into the water. This diver is going to check in on any personnel that are aboard the boat in distress. Perform any kind of first aid. They'll secure the area. They will be in discussions with the helicopter to let the helicopter folks know what exactly is going on down here on the water. 424 Transport and Rescue Squadron participates in the National SAR program with the CC-130J Hercules, as well as the CH-146 Griffin helicopter, which you see performing for us today. Our rescue diver has popped a flare to mark their location out there so that the helicopter and the personnel on board the aircraft can locate them. And in just a second SAR tech, it will be hoisted down into the water by the helicopter. Responsible for an area of more than 10 million square kilometers. They work under the command of the Joint Rescue Coordination Center, coordinate emergency response services. 424 Transport and Rescue Squadron covers the bulk of Canada's landmass by working closely with search and rescue partners, including local police forces, fire services, the Canadian Coast Guard, Parks Canada, and more. There you see our second SAR tech being lowered down into the water. Again, oftentimes the Griffin helicopter operating in less than ideal conditions. It is the job of the pilots aboard the helicopter to make sure they maintain a stable upper during the entire rescue operation. Ability of the Griffin helicopter to hover and deliver the hoist cable to the surface makes it a great asset when conducting rescue operations in all sorts of terrain. That's right, folks. Sometimes hikers get lost or they become injured, and it's almost impossible for Raptors to get them off the mountain, and so they'll call in a Griffin helicopter, or in some cases even the Cormorant helicopter. Now both are SAR techs being hoisted back into the Griffin helicopter. Pilots flying the CH-146 Griffin today are Captain Simon Raw, as well as Captain Nicholas Effenberger. Flight engineer managing the hoist cable and pilots is Master Corporal Richard Barrow. Two search and rescue technicians that were jumping out of the helicopter and being hoisted are Master Corporal Matthew Sankey and Master Corporal Ahmad Sakir. Now that our SAR techs are safely aboard the helicopter, having performed a perfect rescue here, we've determined that the people in distress have only suffered minor injuries and been hoisted into the helicopter as well in this fake scenario, and they'll be taken to Trenton for further medical attention. We're now going to see just a couple of moves by our Griffin helicopter to give you an idea of some of its capabilities. Griffin, a utility tactical transport helicopter, been in service with the RCAF since 1995. Griffin helicopter's primary roles: tactical transportation of troops and materials, It is used at home and abroad for search and rescue missions, as we've been seeing here today, as well as surveillance and reconnaissance, army training, casualty evacuation, and counter drug operations. CH-146 also played a key role in many humanitarian relief operations. While deployed on Operation Athena, the Griffin helped reduce the risk of exposing personnel to ambushes, landmines, and improvised explosive devices. Get the crew wave, you can see them waving to us. Keep your eye on the helicopter there, as there's the bow. Great curtain call. Our CH-146 Griffin helicopter. Griffin can also be equipped with a forward-looking infrared system, Westcam MX-15 electro-optical imaging system, as well as a powerful night sun searchlight, as well as armored floors and crew seats. It has a 14-meter rotor span, powered by a Pratt Whitney PT6T3B engine. That's right, there's going to be a quiz at the end of the show here. Hope you took notes. Maximum speed 260 kilometers an hour and a range of just over 650 kilometers. We had 85 of these helicopters in our inventory. They're based all over Canada, including Bagotville, Quebec, Borden, Ontario, Cold Lake, Alberta, Edmonton, Alberta, Gagetown, New Brunswick, Spain, Newfoundland, Petawawa, Ontario, St. Hubert, Quebec. Let's have a big round of applause for our CH-146 Griffin helicopters. They come in from the right for one last pass. Conference across the province, the Air Cadet League of Ontario has a history of promoting and encouraging youth to develop and maintain an interest in aviation, leadership, and citizenship. The league strives to enable our youth to explore new skills and to have the experiences that will provide them a strong foundation for their future as they grow to becoming citizens and leaders in our global, diverse, and inclusive world. We also want the league and the cadets who can purchase a 50-50 ticket here at the airshow this weekend. This is work will allow the Air Cadet League of Ontario to provide opportunities for youth to access natural educational programs, resources, leadership, communication, and volunteer opportunities, as well as awards and such. Knowledge of aerospace and aviation. First time I had the opportunity to watch the Canadian International Air Show was back in 1998. Back then, I was just a young college student. I hadn't even thought about doing a career in air show announcing. And now I'd say it is an incredible honor to be here to celebrate the 75th anniversary of this great event and to be your announcer this weekend. It really is a dream come true and proof that air shows do inspire. Well, this air show has meant a lot to so many people. It is known as the longest run air show in North America. 2019, the air show was voted the 4th most popular air show in North America and the 1st most popular air show in Canada by readers of US Today. Over 1.4 million people watch the air show annually from Exhibition Place, Ontario Place, and east and west of the grounds. Now, those of you who are watching the air show via live stream, you're seeing a live footage coming from our drone, which is buzzing around here. There it goes, like a little dragonfly up there in the sky. And I'll tell you a little bit more about this. It's from D-Labs, and at the control is Danny and Jeremy. This two-person flight crew controlling the remotely piloted aircraft you see now is commonly referred to as a drone. As they fly by and demonstrate some aerobatics in the drone as well, tell you a little bit more about this quadcopter. Is the DJI FPV quadcopter. It weighs just 2 pounds, and it has a flight time of up to 10 minutes. As you can see, it is fully aerobatic. This, folks, has a top speed of 90 miles per hour. If you do the Canadian change, that works out to about 144 kilometers per hour. A very fast little drone, I gotta say. The pilot that's flying the drone is wearing an adhesive headset, so they can see first-person view, or FPV, and you can see that great view from the quadcopter there on live stream. I believe it's up on the big screen there in the VIP area as well.
Try to chase a little drone here.
Again, this is the
Hard
only
to see
drone
with the
that is
camera.
authorized to fly in our air show today. Otherwise, it is a no-drone zone here, folks. 2019, Transport Canada changed the rules for drones in Canada. Pilots are now required to take and have their aircraft certified. Some of the rules include not flying near airports over 400 feet. Our crew today has taken additional steps to gain the permission of multiple agencies to fly here today. Jeremy and Danny would like to thank Transport Canada, NAV Canada, and the CIAS for their efforts to a safe and smooth show, and for including the drone in the lineup. Tell you a little bit more about our crew. Jeremy, a professional photographer for 20 years, is looking for a way to give his clients a different perspective. 2017, he took Danny's training course. A short time later, became certified with Transport Canada, getting his advanced RPAS license. Since then, he's been building his flying time with various corporate, real estate, and personal photo shoots where he flies the robotics Evo 2, as well as this drone. Jeremy's been a volunteer with the CIAS for 29 years, and the opportunity to fly a show was something of a dream. After getting pieces of the puzzle to fit, I think you'd agree having the drone today marks wonderful technological.
It's good to turn around, pull the front side off and pull the back side up.
much, much more. Find information at www.elabs.ca or here at the CIAS inside the VIP flight deck. You can find out how to become a drone pilot or even try to fly one yourself on their simulator. Audio Visual is at the forefront of the AV industry, specializing in cutting-edge visual solutions tailored to meet the diverse needs of their clients. With a commitment to innovation and excellence, Branch Audio Visual offers a comprehensive range of services, including custom installation, system design, and technical support. Their team of skilled professionals works closely with clients to create immersive and impactful audiovisual experiences, whether for corporate events, educational institutions, or entertainment venues. We have the F-22 Raptor from the United States Air Force up and ready to depart Pearson. We're just waiting for a medevac helicopter to clear the airspace, and then we'll be turning that airspace to the F-22. You want to have your hearing protection handy, your cameras ready, because you're going to see this incredible jet do some things you never thought possible in a fighter aircraft. And then we're going to wrap up our air show today with the Royal Air Force Red Arrows. So stand by just for a couple of minutes here. We'll be with you in just a few moments with the F-22.
Bear with us a few minutes there, folks. Just waiting for them to clear the runway. Then the F-22 is going to be making a whole bunch of noise. So turn your TVs or your headphones down, because it's about to get loud. Wondering, that's Mississauga over there, as I like to call Saugy City, just outside of Toronto here. You got the Lake Ontario. And we got Center Island over there, Billy Bishop Airport, small airport. Local flights. So once again, we're just waiting for the runway to clear off so the F-22 can take off.
Hey fans, we're over here in the VIP section. We got a VIP right over here with us. So you want to introduce yourself? A long
we all have a heritage with.
Oh, definitely. They're all important and all so fantastic. And we're in the VIP section. So how have you been enjoying this VIP experience?
I'd do it again every year if I could. We couldn't years ago, but we certainly can afford it now and keep on doing that.
Amazing. Thanks so much, John. We're going to sit back over to the show.
From Cranston, Rhode Island, dedicated crew chief.
Beautiful day here in the city, 28 degrees. Got us a breeze coming in from the west. Thank goodness for the breeze because I am sweating.
St. Petersburg, Florida, avionics technician senior Liz Wisnowski. From Hometown, Hampton, Virginia, AFE specialist Staff Sergeant Taylor Webb. From Coachella, California, public affairs officer Staff Sergeant Michael Bowman. From Richmond, Virginia, F2 Memo Team Chief Technical Sergeant Eric Tallman. From New York Mills, Minnesota, our safety officer and combat ready fighter pilot Captain Nick Laturno. And introducing the newest field grade officer in the United States Air Force, your 2024 F-22 fighter pilot from Davenport, Iowa, Major Samuel Raz Larson. You are about to witness the maneuvering capabilities of the most advanced and most lethal fighter aircraft in the United States Air Force. The F-22 you will see today is an unmodified and fully combat-capable aircraft. While we can't show you everything that makes the F-22 Raptor the most lethal fighter aircraft in the world, we will show you its raw power and the spectrum maneuvering capability.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
That no other combat-ready fighter aircraft in the world can perform. As today's demonstration begins, you'll see the Raptor execute a maximum power pull, producing 70,000 pounds of thrust from its powerful F-119 engines. At a safe altitude, Major Larson will quickly loop the aircraft, reversing his flight path and then roll while diving straight down. So now it is time to stand up, move forward, and get ready. The show is about to begin. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the most feared aircraft in the world today. The United States Air Force's F-22. high angles of attack. Watch closely as the aircraft pulls into the vertical and executes a 360-degree aileron roll. Backwards and level off. Then, at less than 2,000 feet of altitude and under complete control, Major Larson will execute a full 360-degree flat turn. The F-22 Raptor will actually slide.
Thanks for joining us, Sailsail.
Accelerating
Hope
from
you're
90 knots to
enjoying
over
this.
600 knots. Captain Larson will now reposition in preparation for a split-S reposition and a high-speed pass, showcasing just a fraction of the aircraft's super cruise and full speed capability. Ladies and gentlemen, prepare for the thunder of the high-speed pass. Come on, show you how.
And you lost him in this one. And my eyes are burning. My eyes are burning. My eyes are burning. He's gonna loop back around over here.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to take a moment to describe the unique history of what you're about to watch. In 1997, the leaders of Air Combat Command assembled a select group of retired military and civilian performers to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the United States Air Force. From this gathering was born the Heritage Flight. It is a unique visual representation of the Air Force's history from the days of the Army Air Corps to the present. What started out as a one-time event has now grown in popularity and demand, and now Heritage Flights are performed all around the world. Please turn with me now and watch as this formation approaches from the right.
Thank you, Jesus, for the clouds.
Flying in formation today is a World War II era P-51 Mustang piloted by Mr. Jim Beasley and a United States Air Force F-22 Raptor piloted by Major Samuel Raz Larson.
No, digo que sí, cualquier auto.
We'd like to dedicate today's Heritage Flight to all military veterans and vets whose sacrifices over the years have helped preserve all of our country's freedoms. We hope you enjoy watching and taking pride in this rare formation of classic and current United States Air Force aircraft on our journey from heritage to horizons. We hope you enjoyed watching and taking pride in this rare display of more than 80 years of air power heritage. Ladies and gentlemen, inbound from the left, the beautiful P-51 Mustang. Ladies and gentlemen, inbound from the left, the F-22 Raptor and the incredible 360-degree tactical pitch. and all the men and women of Air Combat Command. Thank you for your attendance, and thank you for your support. Raptors out! Let's give it up one more time for the United States Air Force F-22 Raptor demonstration team. It's not often that as an announcer I'm left speechless, but when time I see the F-22 fly, it's unbelievable, and it leaves me gobsmacked. Such an outstanding demonstration. I'm so glad that the F-22 Raptor team was able to join us for this, the 75th anniversary of the Canadian International Air Show. Also a great way to celebrate the Royal Canadian Air Force's 100th anniversary. Folks, we'd love to see your photos and videos of the 2024 CIAS. Please make sure you tag us in your posts. For Facebook, use the handle at Toronto Air Show. On Instagram, use the handle at CIAS Toronto. We'd also love to hear your favorite CIAS memory. Comment on our post with the hashtag CIAS Toronto or the hashtag Toronto Air Show for a chance to be featured on our live broadcast.
All right, folks, bear with me here. I believe we got 30 more minutes of amazing air show action. You don't want to miss the finale of this great air show. If y'all like what y'all see, make sure y'all like and subscribe. Check out the channel for other fun adventures here happening in Toronto. We also make trips down south, Disney, Florida, and other places. So if y'all are interested, make sure y'all check out the channel, like and subscribe. No pressure. Community for opening up the doors and welcoming us here to this community to share this very special air show.
Force, has served Canadians in peace and in war, played a vital role in the Second World War, becoming the fourth largest Allied Air Force, reached its golden age in the late 1950s, with dozens of combat squadrons on the front lines of the Cold War. The term Royal dropped from the name in 1968, but was returned to the Air Force in 2011. And as I think about the storied history of the RCAF, I'm reminded of the many different aircraft that flew under the colors of the RCAF. You may remember the Chipmunk. We saw the Harvard. By the way, Percy Contractor told me this morning that that Harvard is most likely, well, it is the oldest airplane flying in the air show today, built back in 1941. You remember the CF-101 Voodoo? How about the Starfighter or the CF-5 Freedom Fighter? The Argus, the Aurora, the Sea King, the Labrador, the Buffalo. We also saw the CF-18 Hornet. We saw the Tudor as part of the Snowbirds, the Globemaster 3, and so much more. We're also looking forward to bringing on the F-35 Lightning II as the RCAF continues their mission into the future. And now, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together and give them a warm welcome. Here we go with the Royal Air Force Red Arrows.
Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I'm Wing Commander Adam Collins. I'm Officer Commanding of the Red Arrows, and it's my pleasure to be talking to you this afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the Red Arrows!
Yeah, boy.
And pulling up calls Red 1 as the Red Arrows fly over in our iconic Diamond 9 formation, the red, white and blue smoke trailing behind. Red 1 calls the formation into 9 Arrow as they apex at 4,500 feet over the top of sunny Toronto. Leading the formation is Red 1 squadron leader John Bond. Bondy has been on the Red Arrows before as the synchro leader. He's also been the Takana display pilot and flew the Typhoon on the front line. The Red Arrows are flying as a 9-ship formation. Red 1 is calling the maneuvers by ear, the pilot's reacting to the sound and the intonation of his voice rather than the movement of his aircraft, which is what keeps the shapes so smooth and straight. Red 1 has now called the aircraft into Big Vixen Red 6 and 7, tucking in behind 2 and 3. The smoke about to come on for the Big Vixen pass. Pilots operating the smoke from a button on the control stick as the Red Arrows come past in Big Vixen formation. Red 2 to the right of Red 1 is squadron leader Chris McCann. Chris formerly flew the Tornado GR4 on the front line. He's also been an instructor on the Takano and is in his first season on the Red Arrows. On the left of Red 1 is Red 3, that's Flight Lieutenant Dustin Wales. Dusty previously flew the Typhoon on the front line, and he is also in his first year on the Red Arrows. As the formation comes in from our right-hand side, Bondy's called them into one of our most iconic formations, representing an aircraft close to everybody's hearts. In the 80th year of the D-Day invasion anniversary, in from the right, it's the Spitfire roll. Well, it's our pleasure to be in Canada for the 100th anniversary of the Royal Canadian Air Force, and this weekend we're celebrating 3 anniversaries. It's also the 75th anniversary of this glorious show in Toronto, and we are in the 60th display season of the Red Arrows. As the smoke goes off from Spitfire, Red 1 about to bank the aircraft around to the left, He'll maneuver them into another iconic formation, this one representing another aircraft from history. Concorde go, calls Red 1. The smoke comes on at 4 and 5. They will start to sweep the wings of Concorde back. Red 6 and 7 forming the engines underneath Concorde. Keep your eyes out to the left. You'll see the nose lights twinkling as they run in towards us. Ready for the Concorde loop. And pulling up, calls Red 1. The other pilots reacting to the tone of his voice as they ease the aircraft up. 4 to 5G in the pull, smoking as they go across the top. And as we lose them in the sun, they'll transition to our next formation at the top of the loop into Cygnet. Apexing over the top of the loop at 5,000 feet, the iconic smoke trail through the sun. The smoke about to be called off. On the outside of the wing, we have Reds 4 and 5. Red 4 is Flight Lieutenant Ollie Suckling. Ollie has previously flown the Tornado GR4 on the front line. He's instructed on the Hawk, and he's in his second year. Red 5 for this year is Flight Lieutenant George Hobday. George has also flown the Typhoon on the front line. He's instructed on the Tucano, and he's approaching the end of his first season. Red 1 calls the aircraft into their next formation, the wings of Cygnet sweeping forward, Red 6 and 7 tucking in behind into the widest of our formation shapes. This one very difficult for the pilots to fly. Swept wing aircraft with the wing behind the pilots makes flying in line abreast next to each other very challenging. Get your cameras ready, it's time for more coloured smoke as Red 1 brings in from the left, Phoenix. As the very wide Phoenix manoeuvre goes off to our right-hand side, the smoke will be called off again. Red 1 reversing the turnaround, ready for the next formation manoeuvre. The Red Arrows is a huge team effort, much like the Snowbirds and all other military units. We have 11 pilots flying the aircraft, 9 within the display, but the total team is almost 150 people. The red suits flying the aircraft, the blue suits in the support roles, everything from engineering through to logistics and administration. And without the effort of all 150 personnel, you wouldn't be seeing the 9 aircraft in the sky today. Now in from the right-hand side, Red 1 has brought the aircraft to a 5 and a 4, ready for the chevron roll. Slide down 4,000 feet, the 5 and the 4 in the chevron. Red 1 banking them around now to our left-hand side, getting the team ready for one of the most iconic manoeuvres of our first half of our display. This one will see the red, white and blue smoke. It'll see the aircraft forming into a specific formation named after an aircraft close to many of our hearts. Well, we're approaching the end of the first half of our display. So far we've seen all 9 aircraft looping and rolling in majestic formation across the skies of Toronto. As we approach the second half, we'll be shifting up a gear. We'll be upping the tempo as we split down into our 2 sections and our opposition solos known as the synchro pair. Now get your cameras ready, in from the front left. The colour smoke is about to come on. It's time for Tornado. Our board calls Red 9 as Red 8 and 9, but the red and blue smoke on and start rolling around the rest of the formation. Red 1 about to bend the whole formation around to the left, changing smoke color as they go. This is Tornado. Reds 8 and 9 working hard, pulling up to 5G, rolling around the smoke of the other aircraft. Red 1 now about to bank all 9 aircraft around to the left. We'll reform into our iconic Diamond 9 formation, ready for the split into the second half. I mentioned the Red Arrows are in our 60th display season. We've been flying the Hawk since 1980, and prior to that, the aircraft known as the Gnat. We are still flying the original T Mark 1 of the Hawk. The cockpit is very simple. There's no head-up display, no moving map, no autopilot, nothing to help the pilots out. Just a pure pilot's aircraft, which most people, even having flown the Typhoon and the Harrier and Tornado on the front line, still think the Hawk T1 is one of their favourite aircraft to fly. The nose lights point towards us at show centre. Red 1 rolling the aircraft out, reversing that turn in Diamond, ready for the start of the 4-5 split. Turn to the left, splitting the aircraft down, ready for the second half. Out to the right, we have the front 5 aircraft, Reds 1 to 5. They're nicknamed Enid, after Enid Blyton, who wrote those children's books about the famous 5. Off to the left, we have the 4 aircraft of Hannah. They're named after Squadron Leader Ray Hannah, who was the first team leader who took the aircraft to 9 ship from the original 7 ship. Red 1 and Red 6 now coordinating these 2 sections as they bank around, calling visual. The smoke coming back on, ready for the 4-5 cross. Keep your eye on the 5 aircraft of Enid off to the left-hand side as they bank around to the right. I mentioned the previous aircraft the team flew back in the 70s was the Gnat. Red 1 now moving Reds 4 and 5 into line astern. Reds 2 and 3 will then manoeuvre aft, forming the shape of that tiny aircraft, the fallen Gnat. As Gnat comes in from the right-hand side, the smoke will come back on. Enid working hard in the turn, Hannah preparing for their next manoeuvre. Smoke on go calls Red 1 as the red comes on at 2 and 3. Reds 4 and 5 tucked in behind the team leader. Well, the Red Arrows are proud to display to millions of people throughout the year, both in the UK and overseas. But we're especially proud to be here in Canada, helping to celebrate the centennial of the Royal Canadian Air Force at such iconic locations as Toronto today. Now look straight ahead for the red and blue smoke of Hannah as 8 and 9 roll around 6 and 7, ready for the Hannah break. As Red 6 and 7 pull hard away from us to the left and right there, red and blue smoke changing to white. Reds 8 and 9 are chasing them down, ready to form up for the first of their opposition passes. Red 6 and 7 trailing the white smoke, they pull hard around. They'll face nose up, taking the wind into account, ready to descend down to only 100 feet above the sea. They'll pass 30 meters away from each other, with Reds 8 and 9 chasing them down. Here they come, Reds 6, 7, 8 and 9, about to level out low over the sea, crossing feet from each other. Get your cameras ready for the Hannah Pass. Reds 6 and 7 staying low, 4-point rolling down the line as 8 and 9 pull to the vertical. But keep your eyes on Reds 6 and 7. They're staying low, pulling 7G around the corner. The pilots working hard, fighting the G-forces, their G-suits squeezing hard on their legs.
Darn it, these things are everywhere. It's so hard to keep track of
Reverse the
them.
turn, pulling hard again, and have a passing distance of only 30 meters in the cyclone. We'll continue that hard turn back towards each other, crossing once more in the slingshot. Now look out to your left-hand side. Here comes Red 9. He's descending down to 100 feet. His white smoke about to change colour. But look out to the right. Here comes Enid in an inverted V formation. Red 9 about to fly straight down the middle in the goose. Pulling to the vertical with the blue smoke changing to white is Red 9. That's Flight Lieutenant Paddy Kershaw. Paddy has previously flown the Tornado GL4 and the Typhoon on the front line. He's also instructed on the Oracle and is in his final year on the Red Arrows. Red 1 leads Enid off to the left-hand side, easing them up as the smoke comes off, ready for the synchro next maneuver. Now look straight ahead of you, the nose lights of the synchro pair, 6 and 7, pulling to the vertical. You've guessed it, it's time for the Red Arrows Heart and Spear. Reaching high into the skies over Toronto, Red 6 and 7, pulling away from each other. Reaching 7,000 feet, drawing the enormous heart over the skies of Toronto.
Making a
Now in
heart.
from the top right, here comes Red 8. He's put his smoke on and he is spearing the heart. Red Arrows would like to dedicate today's heart to the 75th anniversary of the Canadian International Airshow and all the lovely people here in Toronto. As 6 and 7 finish their heart, they move off to the left and right-hand side, ready to dive back down towards the sea, accelerating for a closing speed of over 1,200 kilometers an hour. They'll roll towards each other at the last minute, reverse the turn in the opposition barrel. Passing 30 meters apart, 6 and 7 barrel on their record, back down to 100 feet. Then pitch behind us, ready for the next maneuver. Look out towards the front left past the blue smoke. You'll see Reds 1 to 5 and 8 and 9 have joined back up. As they get towards the fireboat, Red 1 is pulling them up to the vertical. He will twist the formation to the right, roll them over the top, ready for the colourful and spectacular vertical break. Wait for Red 1's call. Get your cameras ready for the vertical break. Break, go, calls Red 1. As the 7 jets fill out from their vertical break, they move off to show front, rejoining, ready for their next maneuver. Meanwhile, out to the left and the right, here comes 6 and 7 again. The smoke is on, they're closing at 1,200 kilometers an hour, ready for the next of their opposition passes. Both aircraft aiming for the fireboat, they'll pass 30 meters apart. They'll do one aileron roll each before rolling to the vertical. Red 6, both aircraft pulling up into three-quarter loops. They'll apex of 5,000 feet over the top. They'll descend at 60 degrees nose down, inverted, rolling towards each other before crossing once more at show center in the boomerang. Red 6 as they pass close to each other, rolling inverted, pushing hard to depart the display area left and right. As 6 and 7 pitch off behind us, look out to your front right in the distance. There's the 5 aircraft evaded, pitching up, the red, white and blue smoke coming on. They're going to roll around to the left, leaving a snake-like smoke trail in the sky in the serpent. Each of our aircraft can produce red, white and blue smoke. We have 3 buttons on the control stick that control each cover. We have 5 minutes of white smoke, 1 minute of red and 1 minute of blue smoke, all carefully choreographed to make sure every shape is coloured but we don't run out. Tango Go calls Red 1 another complex manoeuvre to fly in the Hawk. 5 aircraft all flying in line abreast, the pilots looking over their shoulder for formation references, with nothing but the canopy to reference their left and right. As the nose lights come on back towards us, Red 1 will call the smoke back on for the Tango pass. As Enid complete the Tango pass, Red 6 will be leading Hannah back in for their next manoeuvre. Red 6 is Flight Lieutenant Stu Roberts. Stu has previously flown the Typhoon on the front line. He's also instructed on the Hawk, and he's in his final year on the team. In from the left, here comes Hannah. The smoke is on. Red 6 is about to roll inverted. Red 7 the right way round underneath him as 6 pushes up into an outside barrel roll. Red 6 inverted, the other 3 aircraft the right way round, but as they roll, Red 6 now the right way round, everybody else inverted, it's the mirror roll. Flying canopy with Red 6 is Red 7. Now squadron leader Tom Hansford. Tom has formerly flown the Typhoon on the front line. He was a weapons instructor on that aircraft, and he's in his 2nd year on the Red Arrows. Now look back to the left. Here come Enid again. The smoke's about to come on. The inside jets will roll to the outside in the rollbacks. Roll go calls Red 1. Reds 2 and 3 pitch up and roll to the outside. Clear goes the call for Reds 4 and 5 to start their rolls. Complete calls Red 5 as the colourful rollbacks finish off to our right-hand side. The rollbacks being the most difficult manoeuvre for the new pilots to learn. It's one they learn in their first year of training, and one that's always a challenge to master. Now, I mentioned it's the 60th anniversary of the Red Arrows. This is our 60th display season. Now look straight ahead out to the frontiers. Red Ant 8 and 9 with the coloured smoke on, ready for our anniversary break. Red 6 and 7 are staying low as they pull hard away. They'll roll around before pitching up, preparing for the last of their all-position manoeuvres. Rolling around in the anniversary break was Red 8, that's Flight Lieutenant Rich Walker. Rich has previously flown the Harrier and the Typhoon on the front line. He's instructed on the Hawk, and he's in his second year on the Red Arrows. For the final time, in from the left and right with a closing speed of over 1,200 kilometers an hour, it's Red 6 and 7. They'll barrel roll towards each other, cross and barrel roll again in the double rolls. As Red 6 and 7 complete their double rolls, look straight ahead. Here's the nose lights of the remaining aircraft coming in. The smoke is on, ready for the Vixen break. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. You've been watching the 2024 Royal Air Force aerobatic team, the Red Arrows! Maneuvers very difficult to fly in strong winds, so the wind now on the display line today is going to make this one a challenge for the pilots. But Red 1 will form up 6 of the aircraft in this formation, whilst 3 of the aircraft reposition, ready for this very special maneuver. If you've enjoyed today's show, please look us up on social media. The Red Arrows and each of the pilots have accounts on all of the normal outlets. Please give us a follow, post your pictures and your pictures onto the Canadian International Air Show, where people will enjoy the videos and the photographs taken of our display today. Now in for the right-hand side, 3 aircraft, 1, 2 stacked high. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Centennial Pass. As the smoke goes off, Red 1 will form the aircraft back to a 9-ship, recover back to Pearson Airport for a run and break, ready for our Blues to refuel, re-smoke and prepare the aircraft for tomorrow's display. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you've enjoyed watching the Red Arrows. Thank you for watching, thank you for listening to me. All that remains for me to do is to wish you all the very best from the Royal Air Force and all of us.
I don't know the fastest way to get. Oh, are we gonna go with the crowd?
All right, y'all. I'd like to thank y'all for joining us on an amazing stream today. Saw some amazing acts. If y'all like what y'all saw or interested in what we do here on the channel, please hit the like and subscribe button. We got amazing family content for the kids, travel guide tips, and many, many more videos to come. Now this is D from DNA Family signing out. Y'all enjoy y'all Sunday. Peace.
Most importantly, we hope you've been inspired to pursue your dreams no matter what.